This video is going to be a bit different. It's more like an experiment and a conversation. Now, I'm going to ask you one simple question. I want you to think about your answer and then comment down below. Hopefully, the comment section will be filled with hundreds of comments. The question is so simple but so complex that I'm going to give my answer and spend the entirety of the video explaining my answer, which I've put a lot of thought into. And you can actually explain your thought process in the comment section below. This would be a great educational video where everyone can throw their 2 cents in and maybe learn something from each other. And I say learn something from each other because silver stacking is so individualized. What works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. My selling strategy might not work for you. What you sell or how you sell or where you sell or what price might not work for me. And that's part of the beauty of silver stacking. Everyone has different financial situations, lives in different parts of the world, has access to, maybe some local coin shops that others don't, have the time to list all their stuff on eBay. Maybe someone else doesn't have the time or or is tech savvy enough to do that. Some people got in at $5. Some people got in at $100. So it's all down to your strategy. It's called a silver stacking strategy because we are strategizing. But like I mentioned in my previous video, it's so easy to buy silver, but it's not so easy to sell silver. Anyone can just click a button and get it shipped to your door and put it away. But when it comes to selling, it is much more important to pay attention to. You have to have a game plan. Buying, you should have an idea of what you're going to buy or why you're buying it, but it really doesn't matter. At least it's silver. But when it comes to selling, you can really screw yourself. For example, pawn shops are not the same thing as coin shops. Pawn shops usually don't even go by spot price. Coin shops do. Right? Selling on eBay is a lot different than both of those combined. There's pros and cons, and you have to kind of navigate what works best for you. But if you don't even think about selling or what price you would sell at, which is the question, then you're setting yourself up for failure, because when the markets do start moving, if you don't have this thought out, then you're prone to panic selling or impulse buying. Emotions are running high. You're not thinking rational. If you think about it now before it happens, if you set a price in your head before it happens, then you can think a lot clearer. The question is, what price would you be willing to sell your silver at? Now, I know some of you are going to say, I'm never selling, or I'm going to pass it down to my kids and grandkids. That's great. For the sake of this video, a lot of people won't be doing that. There will be people that are selling, they're using this as an investment. Maybe 15, 20 years down the line, they're ready to retire, pay off their mortgage, whatever. For the sake of this video, let's play around with this question. What price would you be willing to sell? What price would you throw in the towel and say, you know what? I'm okay with this. Now, of course, someone who got in at $5 or like $11 in March of 2020 is going to be a little bit different than someone who got in at $121 in January. Or someone who's been stacking for a couple of months versus someone who's been stacking for 30 years. You could see the difference, but for the sake of this video, let's just come up with a general answer, right? Let's just try that, because I always find these articles, for example, how many ounces is enough or all this, and they never give an answer. It's always so overgeneralized, and they want to beat around No, let's come up with a price. And by the way, for the how many ounces is enough, I think 1,000 ounces is enough. And it's easy to gauge because since it's 1,000 ounces, all you have to do is multiply, whatever spot price is and add to that percentage. So it's very simple. Actually, someone mentioned that on a thread that I covered in another video. But okay, so let's talk about this. I think it's silly to not use the gold to silver ratio to at least gauge what we would be looking at. So I say that because the gold to silver ratio is a great tool to see whether gold's better at the time or outperforming silver, or silver's outperforming gold. Now, I'm only saying this just to get somewhat of an idea on where the prices could be naturally. A lot of people talk about $5,000 gold. So let's do $5,000 divided by 16, because that's the gold to silver ratio for thousands of years. It's been 16 to 1. So $5,000 gold at a 16 to 1 ratio is $312. So that's not too crazy. If you think, and I do think, that gold could hit $5,000, then of course, why couldn't silver hit 312? Now, for the sake of this video, I want people to understand when I say these prices, I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm not talking about next month. I'm not even talking about next year. I'm talking about in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, whatever. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Actually, in my book, Silver's the New Gold, there's a chapter called What Silver Is Not. And the first sentence is, silver is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And anyone who's portraying it as so, you should probably skirt away from their content. But I'm talking about down the line. So we have a 16 to 1 ratio, $312 silver. We could even do 8 to 1, right? Which would be, double that. But let's think beyond gold. Why? Like my book is titled Silver's the New Gold. So if we only put silver in the same category as gold, I think we're missing a big piece of the puzzle. There's a reason why my name is Silver Slayer and not Gold Guy or Gold Guru or Bitcoin Boy. Silver has a unique opportunity that I do think will happen someday. It hasn't yet, but silver has broken out of the matrix when we saw it break above 50 and it ran straight to 100 and 121. Silver has broken out of the matrix. Now, of course, there's going to be a huge overcorrection from the overbought territory, but I still think that silver has a lot of room to run. Just looking at the dollar, where the dollar's headed, the fundamental supply and demand, what's holding silver down, the thing that's holding silver down, how long is it going to hold it down, what's the COMEX and all that. I'm talking about a whole separate video. But I would be willing to throw in the towel. And you never want to sell all at once. Ever. Never sell all at once. But I think if I had, let's say I have 1,000 ounces, couple thousand ounces, whatever, my dollar per ounce average is $30. That's pretty realistic for, I would say, the majority of you guys that have been stacking is around $30. $300 wouldn't be bad. I mean, I think that's early, but $500, why not? It really just depends on how long you're willing to wait and where you think the price is headed next. $1,000 might be a good answer to some other people. Now, don't expect it to hit that anytime soon, though. And if you're ever thinking about $1,000 silver, you should be thinking long haul, over time, the dollar just keeps getting hit, hyperinflation happens, a whole new digital era with silver leading the way as the most highly conductive metal, and supply shortages is just going to keep falling. The COMEX is going to start cracking, the paper silver versus the physical is going to start, the charade is going to start breaking. Then you can talk about 1,000. But if you don't believe any of that's going to happen, then of course 1,000 sounds crazy. And that's why I keep trying to really portray nobody knows, right? We could look on paper right now, silver should be a lot higher than it is on paper, but we obviously know there's powers that be behind the scenes that are doing certain things, the COMEX. So it really just depends on your view. Just like how you invest into silver. If you're a prepper, SHTF, you think, there's going to be not even so much like a doomsday apocalypse, but let's just say you're a prepper, you think things are going to hit the fan. You're going to be stacking silver a lot different than someone who thinks that's never going to happen. They just think everything's going to keep